guys, welcome to or welcome back to Exposed, and if I'm welcoming you back and you like it here, I'd love it if you stayed and subbed. Somebody asked could I do the feminine energy one, so that's next. So shall we jump in? It is Rodial Edit Q&A My Closet Feminine Energy Fitness Routine Mum in Videos.
Hey everyone, it's Lisa and today is Thursday and we are going to do a little Q&A. I asked yesterday on my Instagram.
There we go. You can see in the mirror somebody was saying about the paneling. They didn't think she had paneling upstairs. There you go. She's always had it. You just couldn't see it because it was white.
For you to ask me some questions, and I looked at them for the first time this morning after I took Will to school. I was a little afraid because I didn't know if there was going to be any mean ones in there, and I was so wonderfully delighted and surprised that they were.
I was so scared in case there was some mean ones in there. Really? I thought you were bulletproof. Why can't you just read a question and answer it, whether it's mean or not? What is your problem?
All so nice. So we're going to answer a lot of questions, but before we get started, I am partnering with Rodial again on a little collaboration. Several of their best-selling and
whiz past that. We don't need to hear her ramble on about shit that she's got no clue about, do we? She's still going on about them there?
Acid, glycolic acid, and fruit acid to walk more. Life update now. Brooke is grown up. I can. What is your fitness? And I will send you this little package as a gift from Rodial and I put it in there backwards, of course. And again, I will put that link down below for the discount because now would be a great time for you to try any of their products. I really love her brushes too. The baby teddy brush is one of my favorites. Okay, so let's get into the nitty-gritty here. I'm going to answer as many as I can. What is your fitness routine, especially ab area? I lift weights every night, and I do the same routine I have done since my 20s. So that's what I do, and I have been walking a little bit, but I hope to walk more. Life update now. Brooke is grown up and will almost finish school. So Brooke is getting ready to move out. So that's been exciting. Will just got accepted.
Exciting. Yeah, and then she pivoted, to use her word. Oh, I was so upset. I don't know what to do now she's not in the house. You couldn't wait to get rid of her.
To not early college, but he is getting to take some college courses. This summer, he's taken 2 courses, and they will count towards college and towards his senior year. So that's been exciting. He's been doing...
He wouldn't need to have been doing that, would he, if you hadn't held him back a year? He was more than capable of keeping up with the work, but you just weren't having it, were you?
Just so good, straight A's all year, and growing up. And I had someone ask about him driving. That's another thing that we were thinking about maybe doing this summer was driving school, but I told him I would really like to concentrate on getting through summer school. And then, you know, or just see how it's going to be. And then we'll go from there. But both of my kids were not eager to get their license. I don't know what it is. I was there. I remember, you know, my birthday is September 1st, and sometimes it's on Labor Day. When I turned 16, it was on Labor Day, so I had to wait till the next day. But I was there getting my license with my mom's Volvo wagon. I actually had a car, but it was...
Right, so it's something we'll talk about. When was this? 3 years ago, and he still isn't driving. We'll talk about it. Mm-hmm.
A stick shift, and I wasn't used to driving a stick shift, so it took a while for me to get to drive to school and stuff because I had to practice. My mom practiced with me, and I had a good friend named Robert that has passed away. He got in a boating accident, and he helped me too. So I got him right when I was 16, but that was before you had phones and all of these other things to keep you, and the internet and everything else to keep you so entertained and connected with everyone. Just lost a lot of my hair due to post-COVID. Would you do a video on hair? I am so sorry. I cannot even imagine, and I feel like that's something that I really can't advise you on. I would go to the dermatologist. Brooke was having a period where she was losing a lot of hair. We went to the dermatologist.
I thought a dermatologist was just skin. Dermatologist suggested blood works from a regular doctor. Yeah, I was going to say, I can't. What will a dermatologist do about you losing your hair?
And she was low on iron. She actually has to take an iron supplement. I used to have to take an iron supplement until I got on carnivore, and then my iron level went up. So I would definitely go get some blood work, and that would be my advice, but I am not an expert for sure. Okay, how can you afford to buy
Oh, how the tables have turned, folks.
so much stuff, whether it's designer bags, shoes, and more? Well, when people ask me this, I just think they have to be wise and more. Okay, how can you afford to buy so much stuff, whether it's designer bags, shoes, and more? Well, when people ask me this, I just think they have to be watching other people's channels, because if you do, you will see that I do not buy half of the designer bags and designer shoes. I don't have a closet the size of a room full of Chanel bags.
No, you don't, but you have 8 separate closets in the house with bits dotted around the place. And your argument can't be, other people spend more than me. I haven't got what they've got. They're talking about the average person, not the people you watch on YouTube.
Bags and stuff like that. So I just don't go crazy. I do,
You do! You can't just buy one, you have to buy 3 or more. You do go crazy.
live a good life. And another thing is, I'm older. I'm 51. I could not have afforded these things at definitely not 21, definitely not 31, and probably not 41. But if you make the right decisions, like John and I did, then when you get to be
Like John did.
my age, you will have some money to, some people like to travel. We're not really travelers. Some people like to buy new houses, every 5 years. We never did that. We built a house, we raised our children, and we just bought this house, and we'll probably end up here. And we have zero debt. We do not have any credit cards. We do not owe anything. So I guess that's my answer is, we just made good decisions leading up to now, and I don't really think that I spend more than anyone else here on YouTube. I think that I show you everything I buy, and I think that's always
No, you don't show us everything you buy, and you've even said that you don't show everything that you buy.
been the difference. I think if everyone else showed you everything they bought, it would be different. Okay, so tips on staying in your feminine energy. That is such a fabulous
That is such a fabulous question that I have no clue about, and I don't know what I'm going to say. Quick, think of something.
subject completely, because I value my feminine energy. I love it. So it comes natural for me because I am such a girl, and I'm not even, I don't know, when I think of, like, even with perfumes and stuff, when people say, this is for those girly girls, this is for those, and I just think, I don't even really consider myself a girly girl. I really feel like a true woman. I'm never really trying to be prissier or younger or anything that I am.
So, what happened to the cool girl and the model off duty and the 90s models look and da 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 da? You're not trying to be something you're not. Okay, whatever, Lisa.
But it is very natural in me to be nurturing. I love children. I love children. I don't know, when I see a child,
I love children when they're babies to toddlers. After that, I'm done.
I can just tell that they know I love children. We connect, we have eye contact, even babies. And so I think that is a part of my feminine energy. I am very attracted to masculinity with men. I think it's because I grew up with such a mom with a very serious feminine energy, she is like a Persian kitten or Persian cat girl. You know what I mean? She's just soft and feminine and yet strong, and she's just like the ideal feminine figure. And then I grew up with very, very dominant masculine men. And what has kind of helped me be able to embrace that and just love it and enjoy it is John was raised the same way. He was raised with a mom with very good, strong, feminine energy. She always had her hair done, her nails done. She always wore dresses or skirts.
That's feminine energy, is it? That's being a good mom, always having your hair done and your nails done. And so according to her, you're not a proper woman unless you've constantly got your nails done and your hair done. Okay.
And but yet she was very strong and nurturing. And his dad, a Marine, was very dominant. He ran the family, but they had great respect for each other. They were a unit, they were Christians. And I think that that is a really big bonus for our marriage, is our appreciation, my appreciation for his masculine energy. And I do what it takes to preserve that. I do not ever try to squash that masculine energy, even if it gets on my nerves. And when I feel myself wanting to be more dominant or assert myself more, I really kind of rein it in sometimes, because I try to think, is this really me? Is this really my character? Is this really how I feel? Is this really who I am? And a lot of times, whatever I'm feeling at that moment, I will realize I don't really feel that way. And
What a load of bollocks. I'm sorry. If you're constantly thinking about what you're about to say, what you're about to do, what you should wear, where you should go, how you should answer your husband, then that's not a fucking marriage. I can say whatever the fuck I like to Jed and he can do the same with me. We appreciate each other for who each other is. I don't have to sit here and say, oh, I better not say that because it might upset his masculine energy. The fuck? Tiptoeing on fucking eggshells in that house. And she'll say, oh, I've got the perfect marriage. No, you haven't. Because one wrong word and it's a powder keg and the whole thing will fucking blow. And you won't know where it came from or why. And it'll be years of watching what you're saying and him watching what he's saying. And then one day it's like, oh, fuck it, I'm just saying what I think.
And I just love being a woman. So that is my answer on that. Okay, do you miss your old house? Oh my gosh, that is such a good question. My dad just asked me Sunday, had I ridden by there. The last time I rode by there is when I accidentally ordered, what did I order? Oh, it was that mirror. I ordered that mirror and it, Wayfair still had my old address. So I had to meet the guys there, John and I both did, to get the mirror. And so we had to meet at my old house. And I do have a strong connection, and I could get sad. But I love my house that we're in now so much. And the cherry on top is when I saw a big pink bow on the mailbox. And I called her, I'm getting chills. I called her when we left that day and I told her, I said, I saw a big pink bow on your mailbox. I said, I'm hoping that means you had a baby. And I am just so happy for you and to know that there is going to be another baby in that house. And so she messaged me back and said, indeed, she had a baby girl. And
Oh,
that
that's
made me so
cute.
happy. And that just kind of sealed the deal because I feel like that house is meant for children. It has a fabulous backyard, a fabulous back porch. It's a fabulous one road neighborhood, doesn't have a lot of traffic. The kids, I mean, they used to have the best time just running up and down the road. So that keeps me from not feeling that way. I just started thinking I need to be shorter with these. No question, just thank you for all the hard work you put in your videos. Thank you so much, Mary. What are you loving most about your new home and miss the most about your old home? What I love most about this home is being able to see the ocean and just feeling it. It's always breezy and windy here and just the horizon, and it's just, I love it, love it. I love it being new. I love everything being new and clean and fresh, no clutter. Let's see.
Is this when you had no clutter? It looks a bit cluttered to me.
Okay, I can tell you something I miss about my old home is the lighting. I had great lighting to do, my videos at that front dining room table, and I loved the lighting in my driveway because we had those trees that kind of went over the long driveway, and so I could take great car selfies, I could take good outfit of the day pictures, and I do miss that kind of dappled lighting. But, like I said, I love.
What do you miss about your old home? The lighting. Does that not just sum her up?
This house so much. Okay, how do you keep it spicy after all these years with John? Feminine energy, respect. Your bedroom relationship, that work goes on all day, all day. And I really, when I think he
That work. What?
looks good, I tell him. When I think he is fabulous, I tell him. He just went out of town all last week on a golf trip. I told him every day how much I missed him, just how I missed him doing this, this, and this. I missed my best friend. I missed him. And I never, ever try, or even, I just really am careful not to ever bruise his ego. And I always tell him how good looking he is, how fabulous he is. And he does the same for me. We have the ultimate respect for each other.
So you tell each other fucking lies all day long to make each other feel good when you don't need to.
Sometimes I'll just get up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom and I'll hear him say, everything okay? And I'm like, yeah, I just had to go to the bathroom. Okay, love you, babe. Just always trying to be kind to each other, I would say, is the main thing. And
Always trying to be kind to each other. We don't have to try in this house, we just are. Doesn't every husband, if you get up in the middle of the night, say, everything okay?
respecting his masculine energy for sure. Okay, most common fight, bicker with John. Um, okay, we don't ever have big fights. I don't think we've ever had a fight that lasted overnight or anything. But the last bicker was when we were bickering over the garage, over him asking me when I was going to be able to help him. Sometimes, we're just on different pages at different times. Like if he'd asked me that same question at dinner, I would have been totally different. But a lot of times he is concerned with something when I am doing something else. It's kind of like we just might not be on the same page about something.
No, it's you. Oh, I'm in the zone for my video. You can't talk to me. You can't ask me something. You can't expect me to do anything else. It was a quick question. When will you be ready to help me empty the garage? I'm doing a video now. I'm doing another one after it. Then I'll have my shower. Probably tomorrow.
Or, you know, sometimes we might have, like if one of our children does something.
If one of our children. That's an odd way of saying it, isn't it? Anyone else think that's weird? One of our children.
You know, it always happens, and it's one or the other of us. One of us will be mad, and the other one kind of defends the kid. And it could be either kid, and it could be either one of us defending or getting mad. That would be, and those aren't even bickers, but they might be a little two-word back and forth or something. And then we say, "You're right," you know. Okay, do you have any regrets from parenting Will and Brooke? I'm a mom of 1 and 4. Not any big regrets, because I feel like do the best you can, and when you know better, do better.
Don't you regret holding your son back a year? Is that not a regret you have?
Brooke had a rough time in middle school. She was just kind of, you know, just angsty, and has always hated school. Always. So, you know, when they get in middle school, the hormones are raging and the girls can be kind of mean. And that was, you know, a lot of even my haters were like messaging her and picking on her on Instagram and stuff. And it was just like a dark time. It was just a dark time because she was sad and angsty. And I wish, and I did come to grips with this in the nick of time, but respect that. Respect their feelings. And no matter how young they are and how silly you think that thing that they...
Oh, but didn't you at the time tell her to just suck it up? And you did think everything that she was upset about was silly. And you didn't care. You couldn't be arsed with it. But now you're making out that you were mum of the year. Okay.
they are freaked out about is. It's not to them. So I, in life, have had to learn that. Even now, if someone is upset about something or they think something is a big deal, even if I would not consider that a big deal or I don't consider it a big deal for them, respect the fact that they do and take them serious and give them your respect. So that would probably be my biggest thing. And okay, you know when kids get in third grade, that is when they start that testing. And I mean, teachers act like it is very serious. At least they did with Brooke when she got in third grade. So when Will was in second grade, I had those memories of all that testing in third grade. And Will was immature at that age. He was immature, like some boys are. So I fought to hold him back in second grade. I had to go to the school board. I had to go to the principal. I didn't realize they did not really want you to hold your kids back. And I heard it's because then your kid gets another year of school that they have to pay for. Of course, I wasn't even thinking about that. I was just thinking I wanted him to be on top of things in third grade. I 50% regret that.
50% regret it. Brooke had to do it. You didn't hold her back, but you thought you'd hold Will back because of how Brooke acted. How did you know that Will was going to struggle? You didn't, and he wouldn't have.
Percent because he is a straight A student now. He's just very intelligent, but he's older and he hates it. He hates that I held him back. So I don't really know if I regret that, but I don't know. But you know what? Do the best you can, and then when you know better, do better. So okay, something
See,
helped.
she won't even say she was wrong. Oh, I kind of regret it, just half of it.
You wish you knew during your divorce. I'm just about to start the process. I have a very, very, very special place in my heart for women going through divorce because I have never been that sad. I have never been that sad. Continually, you know what I mean? Day after day after day after day. But I'll tell you this though, I was just that sad during the marriage. It was just a sad, bad time. And I think that what helped me the most was my mom telling me I did not have to stop loving him ever. I did not ever have to stop loving him to love someone else, because you love each person different. Because I was really hung up on that life that I had already planned out. And I was probably more in love with that, with what I had felt like I had started, more than, and I didn't want to be divorced because I don't have a lot of divorce in my family. But wow, I wouldn't be right here. I have the most magnificent, fabulous, rewarding life, and I would not have this life.
She doesn't want to know about your fucking fabulous life. She asked for tips going through a divorce. This is the thing with her and her fucking life coaching. You'll ask her a question and she'll tell you about her and how it affected her and what she thought and why she did what she did. Rather than, it was hard, but don't get drawn into arguments. Don't text them trying to fix it yourself. If you've gone down the road of you're going to get divorced and you've got lawyers and what have you, let the lawyers handle it. Step back. Those kind of tips. And I've never been divorced.
If I had stayed married and I hadn't learned from that first marriage. So I would just say it will get better. Get excited. Think about that better life that you're going to have and get excited about it. Think about those things that were bad and hard for you in that marriage and just be excited that they're never going to happen again. I'm telling you from my experience.
Yes, we know.
And spend some time with yourself. Do those things that you never got a chance to do before you got married. Camera just cut off, so I must have been recording a long time. But just know that happy times are ahead. And this too shall pass. And you just have no idea what is waiting for you. I mean, it's so good. Okay, which supplements are you taking? The exact same ones that I have been taking, and I think I have a video on that. If I can find it, I'll put it down below. How is your closet coming? That's such a good question. It's done, but has nothing in it. I will put some pictures up here because I'm sure you can relate. I have to do this before I do this. I have to do this before I can do this. And then once I get that done, then I can start loading stuff in my closet. I just have some things I need to do before I get there, and it's going to take about 2 or 3 days. So I may take Monday off. I'm not sure, but I'm going to work on it this weekend. So if you don't see me on Monday, that's what I'm doing is it's because it's a little bit of cleaning some stuff out of the bottom 2 closets and then taking some stuff to a friend, to the resale shop, and to Goodwill, and then going from there. What is your very favorite everyday perfume? I'm going to have to hold out on that one because you guys, I have found some good ones, and I can't wait to share them with you. Would your mom ever do a video with you? I think I'm going to end on this one because this is something I get asked all the time, and I understand why you want to see her. So I'm going to take my time and explain it. First of all, I am like my dad. My brother is more like my mom. My brother and my mom never have pictures taken. They aren't on any social media. They are very subdued, calm, just calm people. And then I'm more like my dad, and we're more out there, and we're more, I don't know, probably a little bit more social, or I don't know how to say that, but just a little bit more out there. She would be mortified. She would be mortified to have to be on a video. But even if she would, I probably wouldn't do it because you guys just don't see the messages, mean, hateful messages I get about my husband, my children, my cats, my house. I mean,
When though? We see your comment section and I haven't seen anything mean and hateful. The mean and hateful comments are on Guru Gossiper or the Gossip Bakery, or possibly on my channel. If you don't go to those 3 places, no one's saying fuck all about you.
everything. And it's no big deal. You know what I mean? It's like, the big deal to me is, I don't care how much someone talks about me, just doesn't really matter, because it is what it is, you know? But I don't enjoy people talking about the people I love. And do not think for 1 minute that they wouldn't. And even people that are not haters, I can just see, this would be a typical comment that I can just see happening. And they wouldn't think, you know, a lot of people will think, oh, it's not a hater comment. It would be something like, oh, Lisa, your mom's nothing like I pictured her. I pictured her to be younger looking, but she's still beautiful. It would be something like that. People,
how is that mean and hateful? The way you talk about your mum, wearing the stuff that you cast off to her, all your bras and the lipstick and the makeup and the perfume, people have an image in their head of your mother. If your mother came on and she looked like the granny off of the Clampets or whatever, and not how they see her in their head, they may say, oh wow, I thought she was younger looking. How is that mean and hateful? How? Explain that to me.
think if they start off with a compliment, they can insult you. I call it an insult sandwich. They can insult you to death in the middle, and then at the end it's love you, girl, and they think that that's not rude. And I just know that would happen, and I'm telling you what, I'm not going to let it happen to my mom. So that is the reason. So and I'm sure if you think about it, if you think about people talking bad and criticizing your mom, you would feel the same way. So that's a lot of the reason too. I don't have my family. I started out, you know, with Will in the back, and then I started getting comments about all I did was let him watch TV, you know, and so I learned kind of from the beginning that I really didn't want my family, you know, involved that much. So, okay, so now let's do an outfit of the day.
I don't want to see an outfit of the day.
And I have on a Walmart dress. I ordered a couple of more colors of that one that you guys saw in my video, which I will post down below. Let me put my heels on. And I could not resist getting the black one. So this is the little black dress.
I don't think those shoes go with that dress, Lisa, unless you're going to have a bag matching it. It just looks really jarring to me.
Walmart.
That's just me. Oh, was that terribly mean and hateful that I don't like the shoes? I'm sorry.
Vanetta heels. I felt like if I was going to do a Rodial video, I had to have my Bottegas on. And I'm going to switch into this bag today. I think this is so spring, summer.
See, that's a bit better now because that colour's in the bag, but on its own it looked weird.
No, it's the black, and that's why I didn't feel good using it in the wintertime. So I'm anxious to change into this today. I'm just going to stand here, and for accessories, I have on my favorite earrings, these large knockout studs. I have on the Dean Davidson ring, my watch, and I have loved this. To me, this necklace is just so pretty, and it's the Dean Davidson birthstone necklace. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Well, hang on, let me pause it. It'll run off because it's on a watch list. So that's that one done. I will delete it now. And the next one, when I've got a minute, will be the self-awareness one. And if you've got any videos you want to add to the watch list, or anything that's in the watch later list that you want me to do sooner, just give me a shout. I did go through it a couple of videos ago. Anywho, I'm back off now to catch up on Diddy, and if you got to the end, thank you very much, and I will see you in the next one.